Hey y'all, this is Lydia. A message coming through is don't override clarity. And this is tied to Jupiter stationing direct on Neptune. And we'll be returning to the 29th degree of Pisces this year and not too long of a time. And the 29th degree of Pisces is the most challenging degree in the zodiac. It is that final step, that final moment before a whole new cycle begins. And there's this thing about mastery, and this download came in just before I did this video. It's this idea that we can sort of get caught up in how things have always been done. And when it comes to mastery and when it comes to the mastery of the soul and soul-based gifts and talents, it can sometimes be that we override it because we think there has to be something more to it because our programming says, oh, it has to be hard, or it has to be challenging, or it has to be grand. And perfection is simple. The simpler, the more perfect. And it's a reminder that mastery is not complicated. And the clarity we receive in our systems, in our feeling, and in our minds, and in our hearts is not complicated. It's very simple. It's very, it can be just like a flash or a moment. And it's just the most clear and crystalline, pure clarity of what we feel like, who we are, where we're going, what we're capable of. And it can feel expansive, electric, blissful, beautiful, very light and airy and just safe. There's this energy of feeling very secure within ourselves when we experience that pure moment, and it could just be a flash of clarity. And then the human tendency is to brush past it, and to instead, when we go back into our minds and we go back into our thoughts and we go back into our analytical nature and our analyticalness, we then convince ourselves that clarity wasn't it. And it is. And that's the beauty of the present moment. When we're purely present, that's what it feels like. It's that beautiful, crystalline, crisp, very free and open and secure feeling when we're in that moment. And so the message came in pretty suddenly. It was this idea of don't override clarity. Whatever clarity you've been getting, if it's not thoughts, if it's not like, a clear vision, it could just be in our feeling state of just feeling like, okay, things are expanding, things are opening up, prosperity is here and it is manifesting. When we feel that, we need to really honor it in order to bring that in and to really keep those energetic portals open so that what is meant for us can reach us as quickly as possible, however quick that is. The divine doesn't work in human time, and that's another thing, not getting too caught up in time frames. And so Jupiter stationing direct on Neptune in Pisces, returning to the 29th degree of Pisces, that is something that I highly, highly recommend is do not override the clarity you've already been given. We've already gotten the information. We've already gotten the direction we want to face. We've already gotten those things we want to let go of too. That was a big thing in Scorpio season, of releasing old habits, old patterns, the past, compulsions, things that keep us stuck or weighed down or slow. The energy wants to speed up now. And it's a very beautiful thing, but at the same time, with that Piscean energy and at the end of Pisces with Neptune and Jupiter, it can be easy to take it too far, to go into analyticalness and to overthink it. Don't overthink it. Clarity is a feeling. Clarity is a state of being. And when we're clear, that is the truth. That is true. So definitely, definitely, definitely don't allow your mind and your ego to sabotage any energy that you might be feeling that's magical. This one to pop out. And that Piscean energy is on one hand magic. On the other hand, it can also be, feeling so boundless that you don't have nothing to anchor to. It's important to ground. It's important to anchor. Let's pull one more. Activation. Yeah. And a lot is activating right now. And there's a tree here, which, implies that groundedness. But at the same time, we have like this fairy energy circling the tree. It's just because you're grounded doesn't mean that you're no longer in the spiritual energies. It's when we ground that spiritual energy that we can, ascend higher and go higher. And that's the Sagittarian energy that we're entering into now. Sagittarius definitely deals with ascension. It's definitely that fire energy of activation and being able to take action. It might not be go time yet, but at the same time, we're being asked to take this beautiful energy and to be in flow with it. And if we're still feeling called to rest, or we're still feeling like, things aren't moving forward full force yet, have patience. because the activation energy is definitely, beneath the surface. It's something that is very energetic, that is in the body, not necessarily taking action in the outward world, but being present in the inward world and allowing these transitions we're going through to also activate. And this is deeply magical stuff. This is stuff that we cannot intellectualize, that we cannot necessarily put our finger on, but we're being asked to be very open in our systems and very open-minded and open-hearted so that these energies can come through full force. And again, this includes grounding, this includes being, in your spiritual energies, but at the same time, not getting lost there, not getting lost in addiction either. The Pisces energy can definitely deal with addiction. And, and really being open to grounding in whatever creative energies are coming in through as well. And that can deal with creative projects, but can also deal with just working with our visions and really being in that energy of feeling that expansion and honoring it by allowing it to be the truth and allowing ourselves to be present when we feel that energy and to acknowledge that as the truth. One more, grace. And being graceful through these transitions, it can definitely have its uncomfortable moments. Spiritual upgrades don't necessarily feel good. They don't often feel good. It's typically after the integration that we feel crystalline, electric, sparkly in our systems. But that doesn't mean we can't support it. That doesn't mean we can't find it. I found that when I sit with the discomfort and I allow it to just move through my body freely, that's when the grace enters. It's from that state of reverence for change and being with the discomfort of change and being with the discomfort of integrating new energies. I found that when I really sink into it and I just sit and I breathe through it, it opens up a magical space of just the most beautiful energies that can come through as well. But it can take patience, and it's not necessarily for everyone. Some people are more action oriented and being in that action-based energy of being in the world and taking actions. But whatever that flavor is for you, definitely honor it. Honor what the body is asking for. And we're still in new moon energy too. So definitely set those intentions about new stories and, working with your belief structures as well as opening things up and being very non-attached, non-judgmental, but really curious. Sagittarius is a very curious, playful, fun, adventurous energy. And the more we can embody that in our lives and live that in our lives, the better. So I'm sending love and wishing you well. Bye.